Hello students, I hope you all are doing good and preparing well for DCET exam. So in today's session we will be covering trigonometric functions and the standard identities. After that we will be covering the angles. So before watching this video, I would suggest you to watch my previous video on this series. So if you have watched that, it will be like easier for you to follow this session as well. Okay, yeah. So let's start the session. So, okay. So in my previous video, I have covered this concept. So this is your DCET syllabus. So in today's session, we'll be covering these two topics. Okay. So these are very important topics. You can expect one question from this definitely. And yeah. So at today's session, I'll be focusing more on concept build-up. Problem solving will be less. In the next session, I'll try to cover more problems. Okay, so the topics that we are going to cover is trigonometric identities, signs of trigonometric ratios of some standard angles, and trigonometric ratios of allied angles. Okay, so let's start with the first thing. So this is the very basic thing. I'll start with the basics. Okay, so the first topic that we have is basics of trigonometry. Okay, so let's start. Simple. So this is a right angle triangle at A. So let's say I have an angle here theta. Okay, for this angle theta, this is my opposite side, right? This is my adjacent side, opposite side. And what is this? This is a hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Okay, yeah. So sine theta, this is a trigonometric ratio which is defined as opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite, what is my opposite? AB. AB by BC. Similarly, cos theta, this is a trigonometric thing. Cos of angle theta is defined as adjacent by hypotenuse. You can write this down, make a note of this. It is AC by BC, and then we have got tan theta, which is defined as AB opposite by adjacent. What is my opposite side? AB by AC. Okay, now next one more thing what we have is cosec theta. Cosec theta is defined as hypotenuse by opposite side. What is my hypotenuse? BC by AB. And sec theta similarly, hypotenuse by adjacent, which is nothing but BC by AC. Then we have got cot theta, which is adjacent by opposite side. What is my adjacent? AC by AB. Okay, so this is something you should remember. Okay, you are supposed to remember. Okay, I'll change the color here. Okay, so these are my sine theta, uh, cos theta, tan theta, and cos, sec, and cot. Okay, yeah. There are some interesting things I would like to discuss as well between sine and cosec. If I take sine theta is equal to 1 by cosec theta. Okay, this is some standard relation that you need to remember. Cos theta is equal to 1 by sec theta, and tan theta is equal to 1 by cot theta. That's it. Okay, these are some important relations that you need to remember. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Moving on, there is interesting things. Okay, so there are some standard identities that you need to know. Okay, let's see. I know sine theta is opposite by adjacent. If this is my theta, my opposite side is AB, opposite by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is BC. Similarly, cos theta, AC by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is BC. Now, If I square and add both of these, squaring on this, what do I get? Sine square theta AB square by BC square. Here I get cos square theta AC square BC square, right? And if I add both of these, I get sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to AB square plus AC square divided by BC square. Okay, so what is AB square plus AC square? It is nothing but BC square. Okay, using the hypotenuse, Pythagoras theorem, right? So I get 1. So this is a standard identity. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This you should remember. Okay, from this we can derive other identities. If I divide this with cos square theta on both the sides, what do I get? Tan square theta plus 1. 1 by cos square theta is sec square theta, right? On dividing by cos square theta. Similarly, if I divide this equation with sine square theta on both the sides, what do I get? 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So these are the identities that you need to remember. Okay, these are standard identities. Okay, yeah, please make a note of these. Yeah, moving on. All this was basic stuff. Moving on. Yeah. So next important thing is, what is the sign of these trigonometric functions? Say we have an angle. We have angle that is between 0 to 90 degrees. That means this theta is in the first quadrant. Is in the first quadrant. So if I define, so say if I take this as my triangle, this is my x and this is my y, right? So for this, if I define the different trigonometric functions, sine theta will be, and if I define OP, this OP as r, so sine theta will be y by r, cos theta is x by r, tan theta is y by x, cosec theta is equal to r by y, sec theta is equal to r by x, and cot theta is equal to x by y. So here, if you notice, see, x is positive because it is positive y direction, and y is also positive. So all the trigonometric identities, sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, cot theta, are positive in first quadrant. Very important. First quadrant mein all are positive. This is the main thing that you need to know. Now let us suppose if I have an angle which is greater than 90 degrees. So if my theta is between 90 and 180 degrees, more than 90 degrees. So this is my theta. So when the angle is more than 90 degrees, we take this triangle. Okay, this we, to define trigonometric functions, we need a right angle triangle. So this is the way how they have done. If our angle is more than 90 degrees, so the angle will be somewhere here. So this theta is more than 90 degrees. So this is my triangle, right? So here this is my x and this is my y. Okay, so if you see, if I define the different things here, sine theta, which is equal to x by y, sorry, x by r, sine theta is x by r, sorry, I'm so sorry, this is x, this is y, right? Sine theta is again same, y by x. I'll write all of them. Cos theta is x by r, sorry, x by r. Tan theta is equal to y by x. Cosec theta is equal to r by y, sec theta is equal to r by x, and cot theta is equal to x by y. Okay, if you see here, y is positive, so sin theta is positive, but when I come to cos theta, my x will be negative, r will be always positive, so cos is negative, and tan y is positive but x is negative, right? So this will be also negative. R by y is positive, so this is positive, this is negative, and this is also negative. So in my second quadrant, very important guys, okay, sine and cosec theta are positive and rest all are negative. Rest all are cos theta, sec theta, cot theta, tan theta. All these will be negative. Okay. So in first quadrant, all of them are positive. In the second quadrant, except sine and cosec theta, all are negative. Right. Moving on. Similarly, this is our third quadrant. Third quadrant and fourth quadrant, I am giving you it as an homework. So figure it out. So similarly here, if an angle is in third quadrant, again we'll define what is sine theta. Sine, this is our x, this is our y. Define all the six trigonometric functions and find out what is the sign of it. Okay, what is positive and which one is negative. Do it so you'll get to learn things. Okay, so the thing is, so in the first quadrant I have just summed it up here. First quadrant, all of them are positive. In the second quadrant, sine and cosec are positive and rest all are negative. Third quadrant, tan, cot are positive, rest all are negative. In fourth quadrant, cos and sec are positive and rest all are negative. Please make a note of this. Okay, very important. You need to know this. You need to know this. You need to remember this. Okay, we'll be applying this. Moving on. Okay, so we'll be directly applying the same thing here. So here they have given us cos x, okay, and they are telling us the angle x lies in third quadrant. Find the values of other five trigonometric functions. Okay, so here see we'll be applying the identities here. We know sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, right? So I know what is cos square theta. So sine theta is equal to plus or minus 1 minus cos square theta, right? I know what is cos, they have given us. So 1 minus 3 3s are 9, 5 5s are 25. So this will be 4 by 5, right? 4 by 5. So is it plus or minus? I am getting two values, right? Sine theta. But I know theta is in third quadrant, they have given us. What we have learned? In third quadrant, what happens? In third quadrant, except tan and cot, all are negative. That means I have to discard the negative value and the positive value. So sine theta actually is negative. Okay, the positive value I have to discard. Okay, so I know sine theta. Sorry, this is sine x. Okay, I'm so sorry. This is sine x. Okay, so I know sine x. What is tan x? Tan x is nothing but sin x by cos x. Sin x is minus 4 by 5 and cos x is minus 3 by 5. So I am getting 4 by 3, which is positive. Yeah, x in third quadrant is positive, so it's positive. And now the things become very easier. I'll just write that down. So we have found out what is sin x, that is minus 4 by 5. So cosec x will be nothing but the reciprocal, right? Minus 5 by 4. We have found out what is tan x, that is 4 by 3. So cot x will be just reciprocal of that, which is 3 by 4, right? Yeah, that is how you solve. So it is very important. The angle in which quadrant that it lies. Based on that, we can find out the its sign. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, these are another important thing. So what about negative angles? So in my previous video, I have told you what exactly do we mean by negative angles. So if This is our positive x direction. Okay, if I am moving in clockwise direction, okay, this will count as negative. Okay, this is minus 90 degrees. If I am moving in anti-clockwise direction, this will be counted as plus 90. Okay, so trigonometric functions will change. So this is something. So sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Okay, very important. So cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. I'll just show you with an example here quickly. So how this works, say I have a triangle here. I'll take two triangles. Okay, this is theta, this is minus theta. Okay, so if I define cos theta will be y by x, and cos of minus theta, sorry, x by r, no, cos theta will be x by r. Similarly, cos of minus theta, if I consider this triangle, again it will be x by r. So you can see here cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. There is no change, both are same. But if I take sine theta, in the first triangle I'll take sine theta, I'll get x by y by r, and when I take sine of minus theta, the things change. I have to take minus of y by r, right? So if you see in these two, the relation is sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta, right? Very important. Okay, so that is how I have showed you. Other things you can figure out. So the thing you need to remember is for cos and for sec, they don't change. Cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta, and sec of minus theta is equal to sec theta. Rest of all you have to add minus. So sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, tan of minus theta is minus tan theta, cosec is cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. Only two things you have to remember. Rest of all are negative only. Negative angle is negative of that angle, negative of that trigonometric function. So this thing you have to remember, and this is the final thing that you need to remember. I am so like, yeah, this session is like more things you have to remember here. This session is slightly heavy, so I would suggest you to pause the video and make a note of this, and just you need to remember there is no other go. Okay, you need to remember these things. So these are the standard ratios. This is like must for you. This will be helpful to you in even your engineering, so you should know this. Without this you cannot do anything. So standard angles like sine 30, 40, 60 and 90, you need to remember all of this table, entire table. Okay, pause the video, please make a note of this. Moving on. So yeah, this is the most important part of the video. Okay, so this is a method using which we can find out trigonometric ratios of any angle. Say I have to find out sine of some angle, say 450. So what are the steps that I need to follow to find that out? Okay, that we'll be trying to understand. So there are 5 steps. Okay, so this is a very powerful method. If you can understand this, you like most of the problems will be solved. Okay, you can solve easily. Okay, let's try to understand. What does the step 1 say? So step 1 say whether the given angle alpha is positive or negative. If it is negative, make it positive by using the following. Sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. We know that cos of minus theta is cos theta, both are same. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. First thing we'll do this. If say I have got the given angle is sine of minus 450, the first step I would make is minus of sine 450. I would make this, right? Second step, express the angle alpha obtained in step 1 in the form of 90 into n plus or minus theta. So in this case, what it will be, minus of sine 90 into 9 5s are 45 plus 0, right? Express in terms of 90 degree. Determine the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle alpha lies. Make sure angle theta is acute here. Determine the quadrant in which the alpha lies. Here see which quadrant it lies. Let me try to find it out. Here we come back to second quadrant. Okay, 4 times if we go 90 degrees, we'll come back to 0 degree, right? Again, we are going 5 times we are doing 90 degrees. That means uh, we'll be in second quadrant, right? We'll be in second quadrant. So in second quadrant, what is sine? Sine is positive, right? Sine is positive. So it is sorted. In second quadrant, sine is positive. Sine is solved. Then determine the sine of the given trigonometric function. We did that. Then if n is in the step 2 is an odd integer, then sine will become cos, cos will become sine, tan will become cot. Similarly, sec will become cosec, cosec will become sec, and so on. If see, if this n, in this case our n is odd, it is 5, so my sign will change. Sine will become cos, cos of this thing. Theta is 0, cos of 0. What is cos of 0? Cos 0 is 1. Okay, so this is minus 1. So this is how you solve. So I would suggest you to take a note of this or take a screenshot or something, please. And if n is in even thing, there is no change. Sine will remain sine, cos will remain cos. All the trigonometric ratios remain same. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll be solving the problems, the interesting part. So okay. So here they are asking us to find the value of sine. So okay. So the method says us to express this angle in terms of 90 degrees. So here we'll express it in terms of pi by 2. Pi by 2 is nothing but 90 degrees only. Okay, how do I split this? 31 pi ko I can write as 30 pi plus pi by 3, right? This is again 31 by pi only. This is 10 pi plus pi by 3. 10 pi I can write it as pi by 2 into 20 plus pi by 3. Okay, now I have expressed this in terms of pi by 2. Now see, sine of pi by 2 into 20 plus pi by 3. Pi by 3 is an acute angle. Okay, so where does this angle come? In which quadrant we have to find out? So it is 20. So if I do pi by 2 20 times, okay, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time. If I do 4 times, I'll come back here, right? If I do 4 pi by 2's, I'll come back to 0, right? I have to do 20 such things. So when I do 16 pi by 2's, 16 pi by 2's, I'll come back to 0, right? And remaining, uh, wait, I'll come back to 0 only, right? 20 pi by 2's, I'll come back here only. I'll come back here and pi by 3. So it is first quadrant, right? This angle is nothing but first quadrant. In first quadrant, sine is positive, so no issues. Sine is positive, so sine is decided positive. And this, since this n is even, my trigonometric ratio will remain same, sine of pi by 3. Okay, so this we have reduced to our standard angles. And what is sine of pi by 3? This is nothing but sine of 60 degrees. What is sine of 60 degrees? Root 3 by 2. So this is how you solve the question. Okay, moving on, we have got another interesting question. Sine of 765. Okay, I can split this as 720 plus 45. Okay, 720 I need to express in terms of 90 degrees. Sine 90 into 8 plus 45. 9 8s are 9 7s are 60, 9 8s are 72. Okay, so 90 into 8, we have to travel this 2 times. 360, 720 and 45 degrees. So the terminal side comes in the first quadrant, which means our sign is positive, so positive. And our 8 is also even number, so our trigonometric ratio also will remain same, sine of 45. Sine of 45 is nothing but 1 by root 2. Okay, simple. Moving on. Yeah, so cot. First thing is cot of minus is minus of cot 15 pi by 2. Okay, we have learnt this, right? minus of something is minus 15. 15 ko how I can write? I need to write this in terms of pi by 2, right? 15 can be written as 12 pi plus 3 pi by 4. This will become 3 pi plus 3 pi by 4, right? Okay, 3 pi by 4 is okay. No, this won't work. We need to still reduce this. Okay, this is not an acute angle, right? We have to reduce this. So we have got 3 pi. I can write 3 pi by 4 as pi by 4 plus pi by 4 plus pi by 4, right? Pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is pi by 2. 3 pi plus pi by 2 plus pi by 4, right? Now I can write this as 7 times of pi by 2 plus pi by 4, right? Just do something, try out, you will come to understand this. This is a simple thing I have done. What I am doing is I am trying to write it in terms of pi by 2. Cot of 7 pi by 2 plus pi by 4. So first find out in which quadrant it comes. Okay, so this comes in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cot is negative. Cot is negative. And 7 is odd. 7 is odd meaning cot we have to change to tan. Tan of pi by 4. Okay, so minus minus becomes plus. Tan of pi by 4 is 1. So this is how you solve. So here 15 pi by 4, somehow I have to write it in terms of pi by 2. So that is how you can solve that. Moving on, so this is the last problem. So similarly, I'll be solving the question. 19 pi by 3 can be written as 18 pi plus pi by 3, which is nothing but 6 pi plus pi by 3. 6 pi can be written as pi by 2 into 12 plus pi by 3. Okay, so tan of pi by 2 into 12 plus pi by 3. So in which quadrant it comes? Okay, 8 12. So this comes in first quadrant. Okay, if you do this 12 times of pi by 2, just do that. Rotate 12 times, 90 90 90. So you'll come to know. So this is first quadrant mein tan is positive, so no need to worry. And this is even, so the trigonometric ratio remains same, tan of pi by 3. So tan of 60 degrees, tan of 60 is nothing but root 3, as simple as that. So this is how you solve the question. Okay, I hope this session was helpful. You got to learn something. Okay, this is a very important session. You can rewatch the video, pause the video and try to do the things. Only then you will come to know. Okay, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. There is also a Telegram group where you can join and you can connect with other students. You can discuss your doubts and so on. Yeah, and I would suggest you to share this video in your class WhatsApp group so that we can reach to more students, and these videos are helpful because it is a free course that I am doing to help you students. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.